Hi, I'm Olivia and I'm a longtime sewer and DIY project doer. Currently, I'm working on a 1912 to 1914 inspired mini wardrobe to wear to a historical weekend this fall. Specifically, I'll be attending the Somewhere in Time weekend on Mackinac Island in Michigan. In a previous Instagram post, I shared sketches of the 4 outfits I'm planning on making for this event: a walking suit, a dinner dress, a day dress, and an evening gown. In that post, I also shared the specifics about which patterns I'm planning on using and some comments regarding the fabrication and accessories that I will wear with them. In my own sewing journey, I have found it extremely helpful to be able to follow along with sewing blogs and video diaries of people making similar projects. So I'm hoping that by recording some of these in a bit more of a dynamic way than I have previously shared what I'm working on will be helpful to somebody. Before I talk about the outer garments that I'm going to be making and wearing, I did want to give a moment's attention to the base layers. When you're doing historical sewing, getting the base layers done correctly and period appropriately is key to getting that correct silhouette. So in the 1912s, a woman would typically be wearing an underbust corset that is smoothing the waistline and the hips into a nice column shape. The bust is left not as pigeon-breasted as earlier, but still lower and natural, and you would have that slightly raised waistline. You can get that look by sewing a period-appropriate corset, and Scroop Patterns has a great pattern for that. It's the Rilla corset. I did sew that up, and it's very comfortable. The instructions were very well done. It fits nicely. However, just in terms of maximizing comfort and the unpredictability of weather, and I get very hot in certain things, I am going to forego wearing the Rilla corset and am actually going to be wearing an open bottom girdle from Ragout that I had that gives me a very similar silhouette. I think the number was, it's number 1294 if anyone wants to look that up. Does a great job of smoothing the hips, smoothing the tummy to get that nice column shape. So that's my cheat. Instead of wearing a corset, it'll just be a little bit more comfortable. And then otherwise, I'm just wearing a nice natural bralette on top. And I am going to be wearing a princess slip that I sewed up using a 1912 or maybe even 1914 pattern from Past Patterns. And that's really it for the base layers. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about this 1912 shirtwaist. So please join me for that and for the other portions of the mini wardrobe I'm going to be creating. See you then.